Welcome to Bull City Pro episode 6. Now, the way I'm going to do these episodes from here on out is the episodes are going to span for the full week. They're going to have different parts to it that I'll probably release as I record them throughout the week. So this is part 1, and this is about North Carolina. In this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the top 5, the NC top 5 this week, a huge, major shakeup. Because over the weekend of local G.O.U.G.E, as well as Ultimate Survivor for CWF Mid Atlantic, a lot of things happened. Yeah, there was a lot of news coming out of those promotions. So it's going to be shake up there. We have a new wrestler. We have, of course, the wrestler of the week, as well as a match of the week. You know, unfortunately, it was only one match, but it was so damn good that not only I made a match of the week, it probably would be considered the Bull City Pro match of the year. Okay, then, before I go any further, before I go into CWF Mid Atlantic and all that good stuff, and before I go into the top 5, I want to send a shout out to some promotions that are having stuff that's coming up. So first, we're going to begin with, of course, Carolina Wrestling Showcase this weekend. They're having a huge event. Actually, should be tonight, because by the time you watch this video, it's probably be that evening when it starts in Asheboro. As Ricky Reyes, the legacy champ there, will defend his title against the Pro Wrestling Xperience heavyweight champion. You can say, I ain't gonna sit there and say it's a tune-up, because trust me, it's not a tune-up. But believe me, he chose to have a tough match for his match against Ethan Case, as he will go for the legacy title. I'm talking about John Schuyler, the Southern Savior. So check them out tomorrow night in CWS Asheboro. That's their Facebook. I don't think they have a Twitter, so it's CWS Asheboro, their Facebook. Tomorrow night it will take place in Asheboro, Carolina Wrestling Showcase. You also get to see Ethan Case. Actually, I got the lineup right here. I'm just going to tell it to you. You got Baron Bullard will take on the Scrapyard Dog in a brutal dog collar match. You got Zane Riley will battle Mr. Number 1 George South. Also in tag team action, Big Smooth, which is Aaron Biggs and Chris Lee, will go up against Ethan Case and Smith Garrett. Hey, what can I say? In another big tag team matchup, the Heat Seekers, who happen to be the AML Tag Champions as well as the NWA World Tag Champions, will go against High Profile. And Matt Houston versus Rob Killjoy versus Joe Black in a big 3-way match. And of course, I told you about the main event, the CWS Legacy Championship. Lucha Underground star Ricky Reyes, who also will be in Durham this Saturday, will defend his title against, there's some other news. Congratulations to John Scott for becoming a part of the NXT roster. He actually, I think, was on the taping from last week. I saw the match. It was a squash match, but hey, he got there. As he will get a shot at the title as he will go against Ricky Reyes. So admission is $10. With kids 8 and under, they get in free. It's the East Side Community Center, Central Gym, 621 Frank Street, Asheboro, North Carolina. Doors open at 7, bell time 7:30. So you better get down there if you're in the Asheboro area, you know what I'm saying? Now, normally I talk about CWF and all that good stuff before anything, but now I'm just going to get into the North Carolina top 5 for this week. And due to a lot of things that went down, which I will break down to you later, I'll break down to you later. I just decided I just want to go with the top 5. So first we're going to start with number 5, new entry, John Schuyler. Yes, the PWX champion this weekend. He has a huge match defending that title against Ethan Case. Number 4 is Cedric Alexander, the CWF Mid Atlantic World TV Champ. Also, number 3, still in the countdown, of course, Jason Kincaid, the NWA Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, also a contender for the AML Heavyweight title. And number 2, congratulations, welcome to the countdown, Brad Attitude. This week it really jumped to number 2, and pretty much the reason why his performance in the Tornado Cybernetico, plus the fact that he defeated Marcellus King. He actually pinned Marcellus King to become champ, which I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And still number 1 for 2 weeks in a row, AML, America's Most Liked Heavyweight Champion. I'm talking about Caprice Coleman. Yeah, he still got the number 1 contendership and everything. So with that, alright, I'm going to go into CWF, what happened with that local Joko. And then I'll go into, after that, probably let you know who the words are, Wrestler of the Week. Alright, now, CWF Mid Atlantic, I was able to see worldwide this week, and it was, they showed off the Tornado Cybernetico, which was a 16-man tag match. For what I saw of the match itself, it was the first match for Ultimate Survivor. Now, like I said, I'm going to explain this match because I got to actually see it. But I am going to tell you the results of Ultimate Survivor, which is their version of Survivor Series and everything. But I'm going to highlight this match in this episode, and then I'm pretty sure next week's episode I'll be able to talk about the rest of the matches that went down. Alright. First of all, it was the first match that was up. Like I said, it was a 16-man match. You had Ethan Case, had his team, and you had Ethan Sharp had his. This match was as wild as it gets. I mean, it was all over the place. Now, the way it went down was you had 2 men in the ring, and there was 1 man that was sitting on the ring apron. If a wrestler goes out the ring, the next man must enter, and so on. So this was, I ain't even going front, they pulled this match off masterfully. You had Chase Owens, he was in the matchup on the Ethan Sharp side. You also had Big Smooth, some team that you're going to get to see in Asheboro, if you haven't been to Asheboro. They were in the match. Darius Lockhart, of course, also worst case scenario was in it, of course, because you had Ethan Case and what have you. So, as well as Brad Attitude, which will explain why he got number 2. I'll get to that in a minute. The match started off kind of funny because of, what's his name, the Mac Daddy, whatever his name is. Well, he basically got squashed by McAllister easy. I gotta say one thing, Sis, the female that be wrestling in CWF, that female is damn good. I gotta give it to her because she can wrestle with men and women, and she's consistent. She would just pound the shit out of me. But anyway, there was a lot of going in and out, a lot of pins and stuff like that. But the things that stood out for me in that matchup of G.O.U.G.E, just in case you went on me, G.O.U.G.E, that means off gate, was, let me get my notes together. Okay, here we go. Okay then. Like I said, it was a wild match. It was well paced because the match actually lasted for, I got to say, the whole, I mean, this show is an hour. It lasted the whole hour. So understand for this match to be, but it was very interesting. I'm like I said, I want to make it match of the year for Bullshit the Pro. A couple of new guys was in there. Actually, it was more new guys on the Ethan Sharp side of it that I never seen before. One of them that really impressed me was Black Baron from Beyond Wrestling. man, he's a good striker, good big black, muscular, strong dude. I mean, he had a good showing even though he did get pinned. Like I said, I mean, he was striking back and forth, especially with God, who was it? Him and Elijah Evans. The exchange that they had in the match, striking wise, was just like amazing. It was like you could just hear. I'm pretty sure if you was in there live, you could just hear it echoing throughout the arena. He got taken down. I can't remember exactly who pinned him because that's how wild the match was. It's like it really didn't really start to get, I ain't gonna say interesting, but slow down until when it got to like maybe the last four. So the other crazy part was that Sharp eliminated Even Case. Now how Even Case got eliminated was while the referee wasn't looking, John Skyler, who supposed to be facing Even Case in Pro Wrestling Xperience Battlefield X this Sunday, hit him with a spear through the ropes, which enabled Sharp to get the victory, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Plus, on top of that, you know what I'm saying? So, which I actually find that kind of curious that CWF, be it that Pro Wrestling Xperience is in the same affiliation of Pro Wrestling International, that they didn't make mention of that. You know what I'm saying? But I guess it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it works. I just thought y'all being such a promotion in the same state, y'all might mention that. You know. But either way, plus Brad Attitude. Brad Attitude had a great show in this match. Actually, it got down to at one point Brad Attitude by himself against Skyler and Chase Owens, and that was pretty cool. It's like also I'm kind of shocked that Case got taken out so early, and Sharp. It's like, put it this way, he's deceiving because he's actually a pretty good wrestler. He plays his part very well. I am going to front because I expect him to get totally like dominated and bounced around, but he actually throws it back pretty good. He ain't a bitch by no means. So, like I said, it got down to, like I said, Chase Owens and Skyler versus with Brad Attitude. Brad Attitude was able to take out Chase Owens with a very nasty super kick. And then, of course, him and Skyler had a pretty good exchange, but Skyler finished him off with a DDT. Skyler was the sole survivor. This match, all intents and purposes, was one of the best matches that I've probably ever seen in a long time. One, because how many times do you ever see a 16-man tag match? And they kept to the rules. And like I said, and plus, they made it stretch out. They paced it well. It was a lot of suspense. At one point, it looked like Sharp's team was just getting depleted. At another point, it looked like, Even Case didn't want him to make it. Actually, the fact that Even Case, who was the captain, was eliminated, was the second guy eliminated for their team. So, excuse me, no. The third guy eliminated because it took both Skyler and Owens to eliminate Biggs before him. So, but like I said, this match was just like wild, you know what I'm saying, wild, right over, and wild all over the place. So, I mean, I ain't even going to front. I'm nominating it for Match of the Year, and it was Match of the Week. So, now, with that being said, that was a part of Ultimate Survivor. So, like I said, let me tell you the results for Ultimate Survivor so you can know what else went down. Now, I'm pretty sure in the next couple of weeks, maybe next week by itself, or in the next 2 episodes, they will cover Ultimate Survivor, the matches that went down, what happened, so you can judge for yourself. I will be scoring those matches. They will have a chance to be matched the week and the whole nine. But after all the matches are being shown, I will announce the match of the night, because there were some other good matches. Now, with that being said, Zane Dawson surprisingly defended the PWI World title against Cyrus. For what I understand, it was pretty much a squash match. He just dominated him and put him away. But at the end of it, the infamous Rick Converse confronts him. So, could we have a storyline for the PWI World title with Rick Converse versus Zane Dawson? I really hope so, because be it that the PWI World title is the world title for all the promotions, it needs to be center face sometimes on CWF Mid Atlantic. It needs to be center face at some of the promotions around North Carolina. You know, to me, like the NWA World title was, you didn't go a week without seeing it. I feel that the PWI World title should be the same. So I hope this could lead to a rivalry for the belt and a match for the belt between Rick Converse and Zane Dawson. Next up, Trevor Lee's team wins the Triathlon Survivor match with a surprise help from Hurricane Helms and Matt Hardy. And actually, you can go on YouTube. You can go actually to CWF Mid Atlantic YouTube page, and they actually had a video of when Matt Hardy came into the ring to help Trevor Lee to win the match, but also reminded him that Omega title that he brought to the ring was on the line between him and Ethan Carter III at Loco Joko the following night. So, just in case people don't understand what the triathlon match was, it starts off 1 versus 1, and it's the best 2 out of 3 falls. The first fall is a singles match. The second fall is a tag match, and if it makes to a third fall, it's a 6-man match. And the main event, which was the Cage of Death, Nick Richards survived the Cage of Death with Lee Valiant getting his head shaved bald. So I'm very curious how they're going to go down this, that, and the third. So now the news that went down that helped shape the top 5 was happening at Loco Joko in Smithfield. And give me 1 second. Up here. I am right now on the CWF Mid Atlantic Facebook page. It's CWF Mid Atlantic. I'm trying to find the whole results, and I found it. Now, Loco Joko was done in Smithfield, and it was done by Omega Wrestling. This is an organization which is ran by the Hardy Boys as well as Shane Helms. So that's why they were at the CWF Mid Atlantic event to promote that. Plus, both of them are in the PWI, network. So quick results for it. You had championships from 5 different organizations actually got defended. So first begin off, of course, the Mid Atlantic Television Champion, and number 4 on the top 5, Cedric Alexander defeated the Man Scout Jack Manley to retain his title. After that, C.W. Anderson with Christopher Michaels defeated the Ring Wars champion, Carolina champion, Hang Time, to become the new Ring Wars North Carolina heavyweight champion, C.W. Anderson. That's right. Yeah, I know about it. I hope I did it right. So, he is a legend from ECW, trust me. He also is a North Carolina legend. I've been watching this guy for years. He has one of the best spine busters in the business, believe that. Just as good as Arn Anderson. Alright. Then after that we had the females wrestle, as we had Amy Love defeated Kara Hogan. And then we had a tag match where Hurricane Helms and Michael Yamaha defeated the Bravado Brothers. Let me tell you something. I know my Hurricane Helms, I've seen Yahoo, and I've seen Bravados. Bravados are legends. They are a great tag team. They've been a great tag team for the days of Ring of Honor, Full Impact Pro Wrestling. Trust me, these guys are tag team specialists. I ain't even gonna front. They're just as good as the Young Bucks. It's just the Young Bucks is just getting a little bit more attention because of, well, they're the Young Bucks. I'm sorry, not just because they're with the Bullet Club. They're just goods. Because I mean, hey, who don't love a super kick party? And then we had, for the Mid Atlantic heavyweight title, it was a 4-way. Brand Attitude defeated Roy Wilkins, Chet Sterling, and the former champ Marcellus King in a fatal 4-way. And he pinned Marcellus King. So we got a rivalry about to hit a huge storm. Marcellus King versus Brad Attitude. I can't wait to see the next match on this one. So Marcellus King, of course, still has a belt around his waist, the Firestorm Pro Wrestling heavyweight title, but I'm pretty sure he wants that Mid-Atlantic title back because that is like the top title in North Carolina. The hottest title in North Carolina is to be honest with you. And then from there, the PWX champion, John Schuyler, fought the AML champion, number 1 versus number 5, ladies and gentlemen. John Schuyler, number 5, went against number 1, Caprice Coleman, to a time limit draw. I know that was match of the year candidation right there. I wish I could see it on YouTube so I could judge it for my doggone self. And then, of course, the main event, Matt Hardy became the Omega heavyweight champion, defeating both Ethan Carter, who was accompanied by Zane Dawson, and then champion Trevor Lee, to become the Omega heavyweight champion. So, yep, that's how it went down. So, I'm about to stop for a second, take a break, let y'all take a breather, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the Wrestler of the Week. Alright then, be right back. Welcome back. In this part of part 1, we're going to talk about the Wrestler of the Week, who won that. And I'm also going to talk about a huge event that is going down Sunday. Right now, North Carolina is probably one of the hottest hotbeds of independent pro wrestling, indie-fed wrestling. A lot going on this weekend. I mean, now, if you're a wrestling promotion, and I apologize if I didn't get to mention you, if you have any events that you are throwing in the future, the next month, next week, please send me the info for it. I will talk about it. I will shout it out on my show. You can check me out on my Facebook page. Bull City Pro W. You know what I'm saying? And you can also check me out on my Twitter page, which is Bull City Pro W. You feel me? Follow me. I also have my YouTube, which you're watching now. Please hit the subscribe button so you can see more of me. And if you like what you see, please hit the like button. You know, if you have any questions or comments, or if information about wrestling in your area, please drop it in my comment section. All the promotions, all the events, or what have you, will be in the description area. All you have to do is go down there and click, click, click. Click away. Alright, now, we're going to talk about the Wrestler of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week this week is the newly crowned CWF Mid Atlantic Heavyweight Champion for a second go-around, ladies and gentlemen, Brad Attitude. Had to give it to him. First of all, the performance that he had in the Cybernetico, he had to wrestle 2 men for 10 minutes and almost won that match with a hurt knee. Plus, even if the knee ain't hurt, which I'm pretty sure it is, damn it, he can sell it so well, you gotta think it is. But at the end of the day, for him to have that greater performance and then to come back in a fatal four-way, which was no task, because not only he had to go against Marcellus King, who was the number 2 ranked wrestler last week, he also had to deal with Chet Sterling. He also had to deal with Roy Wilkins, which if you deal with Roy Wilkins, you know who comes with him. That's right, Coach Gemini and the All-Stars. So, Brad Attitude, congratulations on being the Bull City Pro Wrestler of the Week. Now, let's move on from there, and let's go to, let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about what's going on between the 27th to the 29th. Well, the 27th in Winston-Salem, Friday evening, will be Wrestlecade Night of Champions, Showcase of Champions, excuse me. And then, of course, the next day they're going to have their Fan Fest and their main card. Now, because the event was so huge, there were so many matches, so many promotions, and all that good stuff, I made a separate special edition episode for Wrestlecade. So go into my YouTube page, look for the Bull City Pro Special Edition Wrestlecade. Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. I preview each piece of Wrestlecade, my anticipation, the rating of the match, what you can expect, and everything else. You're going to get to see Reality of Wrestling. You're going to get to see Lone Star Championship Wrestling. You're going to get to see Allied Independent Wrestling Federation. You get to see America's Most Liked Wrestling. A lot of titles are going to be defended. A lot of belts are going to be on the line. And guess what? It is sold out. So if you don't have your tickets, I am sorry. Also, if you ain't able to go there, let me tell you what's going on down here in Durham, North Carolina, the Motor Code, downtown Durham. We're talking about G.O.U.G.E. Stands for Gimmicks Only Underground Grappling Entertainment G.O.U.G.E. That's right. You can check them out on Twitter at G.O.U.G.E Wrestling or on Facebook, G.O.U.G.E Wrestling. This weekend is the Turkey Brawl. It will take place this weekend in Durham, North Carolina at the Motor Co. And the main event, which actually is a double main event, is the G.O.U.G.E heavyweight title will be on the line as the champion, and probably the longest reigning champion and the youngest champion, the black athletic Olympian gymnast, wrestler, I'm talking about Timmy Lou Retton, will go one-on-one with Vicky Reyes, a.k.a. Cortez from Lucha Underground. Plus, there also will be the Turkey on a pole match, which is basically a battle royal where a bunch of people are fighting in the ring in the battle royal format until someone goes up and grabs the turkey. Yeah. Plus, I'm trying to look on here and see if there are any other matches to be mentioned. Oh, wait a second, we might have something. Oh, no, we don't. Any other match to be mentioned. But either way, go, if you're in the Raleigh-Durham area and you like pro wrestling, you want to check out independent pro wrestling, please support independent pro wrestling. Come to Durham, North Carolina this Saturday to come see G.O.U.G.E see G.O.U.G.E Wrestling, at the Motorco. And like I said, you can go to their Twitter page or you can go to their Facebook page to find out tickets, start time, the bell time, and everything else. You might see me there. You might see me there because I really plan to go see it because I'm curious. I'm curious. Also, I'd like to also send a shout out and congratulations to Roni Nicole for what I've seen from her Facebook page. She's supposed to be taking a trip overseas. Congratulations. North Carolina is blowing up, people, believe it. Now, let's sit here and talk about a huge event that's going to take place after Wrestlecade, the day after Wrestlecade, in Winston-Salem at Ziggy's, starting at 1 p.m. Now, the first is a two-part event. Actually, it's for the ladies, Queens of Combat. And after that, you have PWX, Battlefield X. So, first off, we had Queens of Combat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what matches is going down, what ladies are going to be there. If I know who they are, if I know who they are, I might say something, even rate the match. If I don't know who they are, I apologize, but I am going to mention their name because, hey, they're going to be on the card. Why not? All right. Like I said, 1 o'clock at Ziggy's, you get to see the Queens of Combat. The main thing that's going on here is the crowning of the Queen of Combat's champion and the #1 contender that will face the new champion. So, because I know who I know the ladies in the pretty much in that double main event situation, I probably will rate that and get my anticipation level, as well as my anticipation level if I was going to the event, what it would be. All right. First, we start off with the first match: Brandy Wine versus Amanda Rodriguez. Don't really have any inkling who they are. Most definitely hit the YouTube after this to go check them out. Didn't really have a chance in time, what have you. But like I said, that's one of the first matches: Brandy Wine versus Amanda Rodriguez. Next up, Chelsea Green from Tough Enough will be going against real tough draw, Crazy Mary Dobson. And you might have saw her on NXT. She actually had a match on NXT. I can't remember who she wrestled against, but she had a match. She's a very physical lady. She can wrestle, but she's a hardcore lady. So, Miss Chelsea Green, you picked a nice draw for one of your first matches here in North Carolina. Anticipation, me, because I seen her on Tough Enough. Not too tough, because I never really watched Tough Enough, really. But from the little tidbit pieces that I did happen to catch, I do remember her. But I do know Mary Dobson. I remember matches that she'd had in the Midwest. Actually seen her draw blood. So, and what I mean, not only did she draw blood, she had herself busted open. So, that might be an interesting match. I give it, my anticipation, like I said, is 1 to 5. I don't do 1 to 10. My anticipation is 1 to 5. My anticipation for this match is actually a 3. I'll be curious about it. Next up is Mephisto and Andrea. Andrea, never heard of her, seen her before. Mephisto, I do know of her. She is you might would say a female wrestling indie legend. Plus, I'm pretty sure from the looks of the picture of Andrea, she probably looks like she's a pretty good wrestler, what have you. But I'm not gonna do no rating or anticipation, because if I did, it would be unfair, because it would be because I want to see Mephisto. So, but yeah, trust me, Mephisto is probably one of the best ones on the roster. She actually, I think, held many titles in different wrestling organizations, all-female wrestling organizations. She's a very good wrestler, good striker. can move very well, you know what I'm saying, in the ring. Trust me, if you happen to go and check her out, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to that match, White LaFisto. She is a master at what she does. Okay, then we go to the winner gets a future heavyweight title match. In other words, aka a number one contenders 4-way, which will be Heidi Lovelace versus Candice LeRae versus Deonna Purrazzo versus Barbie Hayden. Now, I will rate this one because I know 3 out of 4. Barbie Hayden, Queen of Texas, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, former Lone Star Heavyweight Champion. No, actually, I think she still is the Women's Lone Star Heavyweight Champion. Probably one of the best female wrestlers I ever laid eyes on. I've seen matches with her, with Casey Carousel when she actually won the title. The match where she lost the title to Santana Garrett. Just knowing what she can do versus with Candice LeRae, what I've seen from Pro Wrestling Guerrilla when she was wrestling with her tag partner Joey Ryan, the King of Sleaze. She going toe to toe with the with the Young Bucks. Actually, she was wrestling men when it wasn't cool. You feel me? Before it was cool. So, and then of course Heidi Lovelace. I ran across her at on YouTube through AAW. So go to AAW Redefined. I think they're based out of Illinois, the state of Illinois. She was at one point the Heritage Champion. She actually defeated Matt Cash to become champion. Yeah. Actually, that was a very good match. Actually, man, she took a whooping, but she beat him. And then my anticipation level for the three ladies that I know of, plus I don't know about Deonna Purrazzo. She probably might be spectacular. So my anticipation actually would be a 4 because I know just to see Barbie Hayden because I've never seen her live. Heidi Lovelace, I mean, her wrestling skills is amazing. And then, of course, Candice LeRae, she's a freaking legend. Who wouldn't want to see her? So my level for that is a 4. I'm going to predict this one. I say the number one contender be, I got to say, Heidi Lovelace. I think Heidi Lovelace might come out of there as the number one contender. I pretty much think so. Alright. And then before the main event, we have a special match as Leather Bates, a.k.a. Blue Pants on NXT, will go against one of the former Beauty People, former TNA Knockouts champion, Madison Rayne. This is going to be a good match. I don't know if they ever met on the indie circuit. I don't know. But from knowing both of their works, Madison Rayne slowly became a very good female wrestler. Leather Bates, I watched her, but I really couldn't see what she really could do and everything. But what I've seen from her when it comes to NXT, but when it comes to the independent, trust me, she's gold. My anticipation level for this is a 4 because I know this is going to be a very good match, a very, very highly contested match. I predict Madison Rayne, the Beautiful People, she's going to blow a kiss and finish the match and win it. You know what I'm saying? And then we move to the main event, which is the semifinals as well as the finals. Now, probably what's going to happen is that the semifinals will take place early in the event, and the main event will be the finals. So I'm going to predict the semifinals, and then we're going to predict the finals. All right. The first matchup will be Havoc versus Tessa Blanchard. You got anticipation level of 3 because Tessa's a very good wrestler. I'm pretty sure she's going to put up a good one. And I know the styles is going to be more of a strong style. So, I predict Jessica Havoc moves on to the finals. The next match is Taylor Hendricks from Ring of Honor, one of the Women of Honor and a part of the House of Truth, is going against the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Shine Heavyweight Champion. I can just go down the list of how many belts this lady has. Santana Garrett. Anticipation is a 5 because both of them can go. Both of them can go. Just because they pretty and fine don't mean shit. They can roll. They gets down. My prediction, I think Taylor Hendricks. I think Taylor Hendricks is going to get the victory. Just something tells me that she is. You know, I think it's going to something like that. So we got the final set up to be Taylor Hendricks versus Jessica Havoc. Anticipation levels of 5 on that because it's a great contrast style. But congratulations, Jessica Havoc. You will become the first Queen of Combat champion. My whole look upon the whole event is kudos, man. It's time that the ladies get their chance. Give divas a chance. Hashtag give the queens a chance. You feel me? Now, that starts at 1. What comes behind it? Pro Wrestling Xperience. Let's go to that, shall we? Alright, Pro Wrestling Xperience. That's going to go down at Ziggy's right at 5 p.m. right after Queen of Combat concludes. And I don't know the flow of the show. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, who's going to wrestle first, this, that, and third. I do know the main event, so I will talk about that last, but I'm just going to go through the card. Alright, first off, we got a 6-man tag as the Revolt will go against the Latin World Order. The Revolt has been a mainstay of Pro Wrestling Xperience. Caleb Conley is a former champion there. The Latin World Order, I mean, pretty much they have been doing everything all over North Carolina, up on the East Coast. So, put it this way, this match is going to be high-flying, back and forth. Zane Riley, his silliness. Well, the question is we going to see the silly, entertaining comedy Zane Riley? Or are we going to see the brutal, physical, and mean Zane Riley? So it's going to be interesting. Plus, you got the Scout, Jack Manning. It's going to be a good match. I mean, me, myself, what I know about them, shoot, expectation definitely a 4. I predict the Revolt protecting the home and getting the victory. All right. Next up, we have Tag Team Champs versus Tag Team Champs. As the PWX Tag Champs, Country Jack, which is Adam Page and, well, I can't think of the other guy's name, and I apologize. But anyway, Country Jack will go against the TNA World Tag Champions, the Wolves, David Richards and Eddie Edwards. Sorry that I didn't know the other guy's name on Country Jack. I apologize, but let me tell you, I have seen them in action, and trust me, they are that deal. Adam Page, you know him from Ring of Honor. Of course, you know the Wolves. So to me, expectation, 5. That match is going to be just totally awesome. I see Country Jack getting the victory. Getting one over on the Wolves. Nothing against the Wolves. You know what I'm saying? Also, they will be having a 5-man fray, which I was trying to find out who was going to be in it, for their juniors division. So they're actually having a junior heavyweight title added to their tag team title, as well as the pro wrestling heavyweight title. So I'm curious about who's going to be in it. I don't know. Anticipation levels is a 5 because I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be some of the best in North Carolina. I'm pretty sure you might see Joe Black. You might see Chet Sterling. Hey, you might see Trevor Lee. You might see Lance Lude. Shoot, you might see Jesse Adler. You never know. You know, hey, you just never know. So I hate that I couldn't be there to see that. And then speaking about Joe Black, which is funny because he probably gonna be in it. Joe Black has a singles match against Anthony Henry. Now, Anthony Henry, I know him from Anarchy, and he's starting to come up here to wrestle. Corey Hollis, him, P-Dog, they're coming this way to North Carolina to wrestle. I've watched Joe Black. I've seen matches of him from Smoky Mountain on YouTube. I even had a chance to take a look at some of his stuff at CWF Mid Atlantic. This match is definitely Anticipation 5 because I know these are two guys that can go, that can fly, that can brawl, they're gonna be all over the ring. But I see Anthony Henry pulling it out because he has a valet. So, and when you have a pretty lady in your corner, you kind of can't help but to win. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let's see the videos to it. And then, of course, the main event, because I don't see any other match. If I miss anything, I apologize. This is what I'm going to suggest you do before I talk about the main event. Go to PWX Wrestling on Facebook, or you can go to pwxpro.com, their website, to get tickets to see the actual lineup, to see the start time and everything else. Now, with that being said, the main event is for the PWX World title. Now, funny how the PWX champion, John Schuyler, helped Ethan Sharp get a pin over Ethan Case, the Junior Crown champion. Because them two actually have a match right here for the PWX heavyweight title. So, plus I'm kind of surprised, like I said it earlier in the video blog, that I was very surprised that CWF Mid Atlantic didn't make mention of it. But either way, this match is probably going to be a barn burner. Because with Ethan Case, his striking ability, his wrestling ability, the facial space that he makes, I'm pretty sure when he gets a close fall, the look is just like, I can't believe it. John Schuyler, his ability to counter and come back with strong moves and all that. This match to me is a 5. I definitely give it a 5. It's a reason why John Schuyler is going to NXT. Why he was at NXT. Why he was on TV. The Southern Savior, I got a lot of respect for him. I love him. Plus, of course, I got mad love for Ethan Case. I'm pretty sure this match is going to be back and forth, hard hitting, physical, inside the ring, outside the ring. But Ethan Case not only captures the X16, he also captures the PWX heavyweight title. So that is what's going to happen at Ziggy's. Okay? So, I'm pretty much done with talking about North Carolina. Like I said, check out, if you're in the Asheboro area, check out Carolina Wrestling Showcase. Also, if you're going to be in Durham Saturday, you're not able to go to the Wrestlecade, check out G.O.U.G.E at the Motorco. Like I said, all the links for everything that I talked about in this video is in the description area. Please like, please comment. Part 2 is going to be about the NWA. What I'm going to talk about is Thanksgiving Thunder, what went down on Thanksgiving Thunder. Also, the announcement of the main event for NWA Smoky Mountains finale, their year-end finale. Also, I'm also going to talk about the resort casino, the wrestling event for NWA Mid-South. So that's supposed to be coming up pretty decently soon. So, because like I said, they didn't have any releases as far as YouTube. But I am going to talk about the events and everything. Oh, also, before you go, I got to send this shout out. Do you like wrestling? Do you like old school wrestling? You ever heard of Blackjack Mulligan? Kevin Sullivan? I know you've seen Ric Flair. I know you've seen Roddy Piper. I know you've seen, Jake the Snake. But see, the difference is, I actually experienced them. I saw them when they used to come to the arena. Well, here's the crazy part. See, Bruce Thorpe, he is so cool. He has this stream site, which is called NWA Classic 24/7. So all you got to do is go to nwaclassic.com or go to nwaringside.com for you to access it. It's just like the WWE Network. What you do is you pay a subscription and you get to watch and stream all the old school wrestling matches. I'm talking about from Houston. We're talking about the Von Erichs, Sting, the Ultimate Warrior when he was the Dingo Warrior, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Ric Flair, Ole Anderson, Arn Anderson, you know what I'm saying, Abdullah the Butcher. I can go on. But what you need to do is go on nwaringside.com and subscribe to NWA Classic 24/7. So, most definitely. Also, remember, every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock sharp, check out CWF Worldwide, their weekly YouTube segment. And trust me, it's just as good as the WWE, if not better. It's much better than TNA, if you ask me. So, part 3, well, of course, we're going to tap WWE NXT stuff. And also going to discuss what I heard about what's going to happen with Ring of Honor, as well as what's going to happen with TNA. And also, I did happen to catch Ring of Honor this Saturday. So, yeah. All right, then. See you in part 2.